This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Here, today we can discuss about Boolean operator. In the Boolean operators, we can see about the not. It's nothing but it's a logical navigation. It's a not navigation, it's a logical negation. This inverts a true condition into false. If you want to see, previously we have written some condition, this might be true. Okay, if you are going to be taking 10, it might be it's a 15, and if you are going to be giving 10, a is greater than b, that is a true, this condition is true. Intentionally, if you want to make this one as a false, we just use not symbol. Okay, it's like as a Boolean operators. These are Boolean operators. What are the Boolean operators? We can see this is a Boolean operator, and or and AND also Boolean operators we have here. Okay, we have three types of Boolean operators. One is a not, the second one is or. These two things also we are going to be checking. Okay, or and AND, these are the two Boolean operators. Okay, now we can see about the Boolean operators. One thing we can check, for the first line we are going to be keeping like as a hash exclamatory mark slash bin slash dash. This is the first line in the shell script. We have to write about this. Okay, to interact with our which particular operating system it is, and this particular operating system which interpreter is going to be choosing. Okay, here we are going to be using bash operators. That particular bash operators, if you want to communicate, we can go and use this particular line. And second line, I'm going to be using a and b. We can check a is equals to $1. These are parameters. Okay, even if you want to pass parameters in runtime, we can pass the runtimes, or else if you want to pass like as argument, I can go and give like as a echo provide a value. Okay, I'm just providing a value, provide value for a. Here I'm going to be taking a is equal some read. In this Linux we have one more variable is there, that is a read variable. Okay, read in shell script, how we are going to be defining some read variable inside the Linux. Okay, this particular read condition, here if you want to read, we just give like as a read condition read a, we just keep read a. I'm just keeping read what you are going to be reading here. Okay, here read variable 1 and variable 2. What are the variables we are going to be defining? Those variables we can see here. Now variable a, and I'm going to be giving read a. Okay, I'm just reading a, first value I'm going to be passing here. These values we are going to be passing, and if you want to use these particular values in again, if you want to use again, we can use like as a $1 and $2 itself. I'm just keeping removing this. Here I'm going to be reading a, I'm just keeping one more variable we can pass in runtime. Here we can give like as a b. What is the value for b? Here we can keep read b. In runtime we can pass these two values. How it's going to be asking, we can see now. If I'm going to be calling like a, here we can keep equals to. Okay, I'm just keeping like as equals to $b. Then here we can see $a equals to $b or not. We are going to be checking about that particular statement itself. Then I'm going to be checking that $a is equals to $b, and here else echo $a is not equals to $b. F5. I'm just closing this particular if condition. Okay, here we can see two values we are going to be passing. Here this is just for printing which particular variable we are going to be reading. So if you want to read that particular variable, we are going to be calling like this, save, and we can see what is the values we are going to be providing. Now if you run this particular Boolean operator, I'm not going to be passing any value here. In runtime we can pass. Now it's going to be asking like provide value for a. Here I'm going to be providing 10. Provide value for b. I'm just providing the value for b is 15. 10 is not equals to 50. It says that what is the values you are going to be passing here, those values are going to be reusing here. Got it? 10 is not equals to 50. Either you can pass like as a variable a equals to 10, or else you can go and give like as a equals to $1, or else you can go and call like as a read a. Okay, like we can go and pass the variables in 3 types. Okay, most of the guys are going to be passing the values like this. Here I'm going to be giving 10 and 10. It says that 10 equals to 10 because I have given the same value, right? 10 equals to 10. Now this particular condition is true. It says that this particular condition is true. Intentionally I want to make this particular condition reverse of that particular output. What is the output you are going to be getting here? It's a true. If you want to make it false, we just give like as a not. Okay, we just use not symbol. Now it's a reverse. This particular statements I'm going to be reversing. Here I'm just reversing. Why? Because if I'm going to be keeping as it is, what will happen? Here this condition is, I'm just keeping reversing. Here I'm going to be passing the values. Now it's like as a 10 is equals to 10. Now I'm going to be giving sh boolean 10 and 10 I'm going to be giving again. 10 is not equals to 10. It means these particular statements are going to be executing. Even a equals to b also, but is going to be checking a equals to b. That is a true. Opposite of true is nothing but false. This is the opposite of this particular condition. Okay, it just inverting that particular value. What is the value we have inside the if condition? That particular value is just inverting. Okay, so in that case we have to invert our conditions as well. What is the statements we have written under that? We just reversing our conditions as well. Okay, I'm just reversing these conditions. Here I'm just passing like this. Now these particular statements will be correct. 10 and 10. You can see it's taking correct. Got it? Is this clear?
Yes, Naresh.
It's just reverse of this particular condition. Okay, even if you are going to be using or symbol, we can go and use or symbol, some other condition. Okay, here I'm going to be like using like as r dot sh, some or. I'm just using hash exclamatory mark slash bin slash bash. Here I would like to check two conditions. In if you want to get the or condition. Okay, if you want to get or condition, what is meant by or in the sense like as a condition 1, condition true, and finally what is output? Okay, finally what is output? Here if it is a true, any one condition is true, final output is true itself. Here I'm going to be giving false, final output will be true itself. If I'm going to be giving false, this is a true, this is the false, this is a true itself. If any one condition is true, if both the condition is true, what will be the output? It's a true itself. Even one condition or two conditions are true, both final output will be true itself. If both are false, then only this condition will be false. Okay, what is meant by this condition and all already we know about that. I'm going to be showing one more time. Okay, condition, and this is the condition 2 and false, this is the false. Okay, if condition 1, condition 2, here I'm going to be taking two conditions. A is greater than b. Okay, here I'm going to be taking two things. One is a is greater than b and a equals to b. Okay, both two conditions I'm going to be taking. We can go and check here. It's the same. If you want, we can go and check the same. I'm not going to be, I don't have time to write again and again. Just copy and paste itself. Here we can see if condition. In that, if you want to write two conditions, we can go and use one more braces, one more square brackets. Here we can go and check a is, it means $a is greater than or greater than to B. Here I can go and give hyphen O, it's nothing but or. In between, I'm going to be taking $A is equals to $B. Between one condition also we can write. I'm just for your, I would like to show about this. I can go and write this one. Okay, here we can go and give spaces. Finally, we can go and give then. Here it says that echo either A is greater than B or A is equals to B. Both conditions, either A is greater than B or A is equals to B, or both conditions are same, whatever it is. Else echo A is less than B. This particular output it will give for us. We are going to be closing like F5. Save. Now you can check this particular condition. Now I am going to be giving two values. Here I am going to be running some shell script like as a or.sh. This one is looking for two values. One is a 15, second one value is a 10. Now it's a too many arguments. It says that now, okay, I can go and give, I just remove this. We can try this one. The 15 and 10. Now it says that A is greater than B or A equals to B. If I am going to be giving first condition, this condition is true, right? This one anyhow it's a false, but this condition is true. Now I am going to be giving 10 and 10. This one, this time also this particular condition is true. This condition is false. If both the values are greater than either this one or this one is true, this particular entire condition will be true. Okay, if any condition is true, this condition will be true. If both conditions are false, now I am going to be giving 10, 15. A is less than B. This time it says that A is less than B. If both conditions are false, then these particular statements are going to be executing. If both conditions are true, or it might be any one condition is true, these particular statements will be executed for us. It might be in this particular place, in this particular section we can write any number of statements. It's not only one statement, it might be any number of statements. Is this clear? Any question? Its end condition will be quite opposite. Okay, if you are going to be taking n, I'm just taking the same, I will give the output values how it will be. If both conditions are false, it will be false itself. If one is true, even though it's a false itself. Okay, here it's a false only. If both conditions are true, then only it will be true. It will check both the conditions are true or not. In between, we are going to be taking like as a hyphen A. Instead of hyphen O, we are going to be using hyphen A itself. Okay, you guys try that one. One example you can take and you can try, and you can paste in group itself. Okay, anyone can try and you can paste in group tomorrow. Is this clear about the end condition? Try this end condition here. It's a quite opposite to your or. If both conditions are true, then only it will work for you. Next one is string operator. What is meant by string operators here? In these particular string operators, once you are going to be writing your script, some of the things we need to be checked. Whether you are going to be providing some variable, okay, whether I have provided value for A or not, it will check that particular statement. Now I'm going to be giving some example here. Here I'm just keeping string .sh hash exclamatory mark slash bin slash bash. Here I'm going to be checking that same variable. I'm going to be taking some variable echo provide value for a. I'm just giving that, even though I haven't provided the value, read a. Here it says that here I'm going to be giving some condition. Okay, I'm going to be checking this particular a value where we have provided or not. For this particular variable, we have provided some value or not. It might be small value, whatever it is, we have provided some value or not. We are going to be checking here which particular operator we are going to be using, whether this particular string, it's this particular variable having value or not. Okay, now I'm going to be checking $a. This particular $a, we are going to be checking with some operators. Here we can see not equals to, or it might be -z. This is the most important one. Here we can see -z checks if the given string operator is 0. Okay, this value is 0 or not. If -z $a is not true, might be this is not a true. Here checks if the given string operand size is 0 or not. We are going to be checking that. If it is 0 length, then it returns true. It means here if you are going to be providing -z $a, if you are not going to be providing any value, then you are going to be printing some value. Please provide a value. Okay, forgotten to provide a value. It's mandatory field. Okay, now I'm going to be giving read again. Else value for a is $a. F5. Now you can see simply we are going to be giving some value. By mistake you forgotten about the value. Here we are going to be checking length of the value. That particular value we haven't provided. We have to provide again. Now I'm going to be checking two conditions again. Here I'm just checking this string operator. Provide a value. I'm going to be providing like as a 10. Value for a is a 10. It means you have provided a value. It's taking properly. Now if I'm not going to be providing any value, you forget to provide a value. It's mandatory field. Now we have to provide the value 15. It's taken now. Okay, even if you are going to be checking this, if you are going to be providing here, now it will print for you echo. I'm just taking the value here. Okay, once you given the value, it's taking again. Here it's not printed for us. I'm going to be printing the value again. Okay, now I'm going to be checking again. By mistake I haven't given any value for first time. Now you have to provide some value like 15. It's going to be taking like as 15 now. Okay, like we are going to be giving some values. Either these particular statements will execute or these particular statements will execute. We have to understand about what is meant by -z. -z is going to be checking this particular variable is going to be taking the value or not. Okay, what is the length of the string? This length of the string is going to be checking here whether this particular length of the string is 0 or not. Is going to be checking this condition is 0. If this particular variable value is 0, length of the a value is 0, then it's going to be printing this. Even here also we can go and give. Might be sometimes those guys forgotten to provide the value, just we can go and give again. Okay, here I'm going to be giving if condition. Then once you given this particular value, it will check that one. Here we can write one more time. Okay, one inside the other, one inside the other we are going to be writing here. I'm going to be closing here. Now you can see the condition here. If you are not going to be providing the value, then it's going to be checking these particular values. Okay, even if you are going to be forget to provide this particular value, is going to be giving. Here I'm saying that here I'm not going to be giving the value. I'm just terminating the mandatory field. We're going to provide the value. Provide value for A. It's mandatory field. If not provide, I'm terminating. Okay, terminating script. I'm just giving some warning here. Okay, I'm just giving some warning. Here it's also some warning I'm going to be giving. Warning. This warning, if you are going to be taking, we are going to be providing warnings like this. Okay, if not provide, I'm terminating. Okay. If not, in the sense we can give you haven't provided, so terminating, so I'm terminating script. Okay, here I'm not going to be giving warning, I'm just giving the error. Not provided value for A, so I'm terminating the script. Okay, I'm just giving some condition here, one inside the other. It's like as a nested if. We can give this is the first condition. Here we are going to be checking whether we have provided the value or not. If not provided, we are going to be checking here also. If you provide here, it will give this particular, it will take this particular value, or else it will give some error for you. Now I'm going to be checking this string.sh. Here I'm not going to be providing any value. Here it's giving some error. We have to provide some value. Even if you are not going to be giving, it says that error not provide the value for A, so I'm terminating the script. Okay, like it will give some condition, some errors for us. Is this clear? Is this clear, guys?
Yes, Naresh.
Any question?
Yes, Naresh.
Even if you want
Yeah,
to check about the two operators, $A and $B is not true or not, just we can go through this and you can see about this particular operators, what is the importance of each and every operator. Here we are going to be checking -n. Check if the given string is operand is size is non-zero. It's the opposite of that particular -z. Okay, it's not opposite, it's the same. It says that this condition will be different. Okay, if this condition string is 0, it's a true, it's not true. If this particular string is not having some 0, then it's a false. Okay, finally both are same, either you can use -z or -n only. And this one is a string, the string is not empty. If check this particular string is not empty, if the string is empty, then it is returns false. Okay, it means if you are not even it's not required also, but this is opposite of this particular str is opposite of just $a itself. It's not required anything else, just we can give $a. It's opposite of that this particular output. Now I'm going to be giving same thing. I'm going to be taking, I can go and give string1.sh. Okay, here I'm not going to be keeping this, I'm just removing this. Now here I'm not going to be giving this, it's the opposite of that, means we have to give this particular field here. First I am going checking this, what is the output it will give for you. Now I'm going to be giving $a, I'm just giving the 10, it's going to be giving, we are going to be giving, this is the true, it's the same kind of thing it's going to be giving for us. Okay, even this particular, this one is a 0 or not, this particular string whether it's a 0 or not is going to be checking. If this particular string is not 0, this particular condition is not 0, then it's a true. Here also same thing, right? This one is going to be checking the value. Any one thing we can use, in these three things we can use any one thing. If that particular string is not 0 or not, if it is 0, then it's a false. Okay, all three are same, we can use any one of these. Mainly most of the guys are going to be using either -z or else str, any one thing we are going to be using. Next one is file test operators. This is very interesting. You can see about this. Within the same directory, whether we have this particular file or not. Here I would like to remove. Okay. In this particular place, I'm going to be checking some file is exist or not, like test.txt file is there here. Within the AWS 9 p.m. First of all, I'm going to be finding out. I'm just closing all the shell scripts. Just close all the shell script. This much facility will not be available inside our Linux. So we are going to be using this particular VS Code, and we can write some of the scripts here. Those scripts we can move to our Linux machine. I will show you once completion of this. I will show you how to move this particular shell scripts to our Linux. Now this particular file I'm going to be checking. We just check $#bin/bash. In this, I'm going to be checking that file, okay, whether this particular file is exist or not. First of all, I would like to find save. In this particular place, not in txt, I can write one more thing. Test file itself, it's a test file. I can write one more shell script for file operator, while.sh #bin/bash. Here I'm just checking the present working directory. What is the symbol we are going to be using for present working directory? Echo
$PWD.
$PWD. This one is going to be giving present working directory. Now, and in this particular place, what are the files we have? Okay, in the present working directory, what are the files we have? By using ls command. Now I'm going to be giving here, I'm going to be checking that. I'm just running this particular shell script by using sh file.sh. This one is going to be giving echo present working directory. It's not giving that. Okay, you can see how we can provide. We just give like as a present working directory itself, pwd. It's working fine or not. We can check this one. Now we can see this is my present working directory. Now I'm there in this particular AWS 9 p.m. In this we have these many files are there. In this particular directory, I would like to find out. Okay, I would like to find out this particular test.txt is exists or not. Okay, some requirement. Here I'm just giving -z. Here I'm just giving file operator. Okay, in this what we are going to be checking? Find file exists or not. Exists or not. If exists, please remove file, or else if not exists, create file. Okay, whatever it is, just I'm just giving some requirement. Okay, if not exists, create a file. Okay, this is my requirement. Find file. What is the file here? Test.txt. I'm going to be saying that this particular test.txt file is exists or not. We are going to be checking. If not exists, please create a file. Okay, here in this particular file I want to copy some data. So first we need to create this particular file. If file exists, we can move the content into that particular file also. Okay, now my requirement is how we can go and write. First we can go and find out how we are going to be checking the file is exist or not. We just go back and we can see we have different operators are there. -b in the sense block special file. -c is a character special file. -d either it's a directory or file. Okay, first of all I would like to find out whether this one is a directory or file. Check if the file, if file is a directory or it's a file. Okay, we are going to be checking that. And if you want to find out -f is a file. Okay, here also is going to be checking whether this one is a file or not. First it will pick up this is the file or not. If file exists or not, we can go and see also. Okay, we have different options are there. Here I am going to be checking test.txt, whether this particular test.txt I can go and check file name. Here we can go and keep either file name or path. We can go and give test.txt. If here you are going to be saying that clearly, you are going to be saying that if it's a file or not, we just give like as a hyphen f dollar file name. Okay, spaces are most important. We have to give one space, hyphen f space hyphen file name. Okay, dollar file name. Now here we are going to be checking that, then echo file is exists. Okay, file exists. Which particular file? Dollar file name we can give. Dollar file name file is exists. Else here I am going to be creating file. Okay, touch s.txt. Okay, and here going to be giving some condition of some printing value. File dollar file name is created. Okay, now I am going to be checking whether this particular file is exist or not. Here if I am going to be giving hyphen f, it's going to be checking that this is a file or not. If it is a file, if this particular condition is true. Okay, now I am going to be checking sh file.sh. Now it says that text.txt file is exist. I am going to be removing this. Okay, I'm just removing this. This particular file is exist or not. I'm going to be checking now. I'm just writing this. File is not there, so it's created. I'm just deleting again. You can see, just delete. I'm moving to recycling bin. There is no file in this particular directory. If file is not there, it will print the. It's going to be creating some file. Okay. Here it says that file is exist or not. Here if you want to create one more directory like example directory, I want to find out this is a directory or not. This is a directory. Now we can see example is a directory. I'm just creating copy. I'm creating one more file in the 9 p.m. itself. Just click on the 9 p.m. and I'm going to be checking this file 1.sh. In this I'm going to be keeping, if I'm going to be giving, this is the directory name I'm going to be keeping, it's not a file. I'm just renaming this. Here I'm going to be keeping dir underscore name. All the places I'm going to be replacing. Okay. Now this one we are going to be checking with hyphen d. Control F. We are just clicking on this this particular word. Control F. It will give this one. Okay. Here we can go and replace some other value. If this one, if you are going to be clicking replace all, if you are going to be clicking this next value, it will be replaced. Okay. Just if you want to replace some of other value, we just give Control F button. Just click on that particular word, double click, click on that particular word, Control F. It's going to be fetching that particular word within this file. Now I'm just creating this particular, it's a directory. If directory is not there, dir, it's a make dir, mkdir. I'm going to be creating some file with the name of example. Okay, this is my directory name. Same name I'm going to be checking. I'm just keeping the example. Directory name, this is my directory name. Here we are going to be checking whether this particular directory or not. If directory is there, file this particular directory is exist. Okay, directory exists. If not there, it will create some directory example created or not. Here I can go and run this particular file sh file1.sh. Now I'm going to be creating example directories exist. If you are going to be removing this, shift delete, there is no directory with the name of example. Now I'm going to be running this, it will create some directory for you. Okay, any one approach you can go and follow. Okay, either hyphen f hyphen d, it's a symbols. You just go through these particular symbols, which are, it means operators. These particular operators you can go and check which one is going to be providing the value for you. Is this clear?
Yeah, Naresh.
File test operator.
Naresh, if you want to create 10 files means you have to use for loops.
Yeah, that looping concept we can discuss tomorrow. That loop we need to be
Okay.
used if you want to find
Okay.
out. I want to find out only shell scripts. Okay,
Okay.
I want to list out only shell scripts. This particular file shouldn't be show for us. In that case, I will use these things. If you want to create 10 shell scripts, you can go and use 10. It's like 10 files. If you want to create, you can go and create 10 files also. okay, by using looping concepts.
Okay.
Yeah, these are major basic operators we are going to be using. Now our agenda is how to copy. I'm just copying all the shell scripts inside our scripts. I can go and use, these are the file test operators. Here this is my file test operators. Okay. Here this is the OR operator. And what we have discussed, string operator is the string, and this is also string I have used today. Okay, these many things we have discussed. Now I'm going to be showing that how to copy these particular files into our EC2 instance. Now quickly, how to copy. Okay, next concept is how to copy file to EC2 instance. How to copy file to Linux from Windows. Okay, here we are going to be using WinSCP. Okay, this is a tool we have to install inside our machine. This particular tool we are going to be using. First we can go and install WinSCP. We just go and see WinSCP. Okay, first we need to download and we can go and install inside our machine. Here we can see there is a downloads option, and download and install also we can use. I can go and see download options. There is a WinSCP. Click on this, it will download inside our machine for us. It's based on the versions. Which particular version you want to use, we can go and use that particular version. There is an installer edition is going to be downloading for us. Once it is downloaded, we can go and install inside our machine. I hope I have this one. We can see whether it's having inside my machine or not. I'm just setting that WinSCP. Okay, it's going to be opening or not. I can go and see now. Now it's already there in my machine. I'm not going to be installing. You guys can install with a double. It's like as a next only. It won't create much impact for us. Now we can see. Click on the open. Now I'm just opening this WinSCP. Meanwhile, I can go and open this particular AWS account. I can go and check some Linux, right? If I want to copy from files, if I want to copy files from my Windows machine to Linux, we can go and check some Linux machine as well inside the AWS. Now I'm just logging into my account. Log back in. Here, this is my account. I'm just logging into this. I hope it's already opened or not. Here we can see there is upgrade is there. I can go and upgrade meanwhile. It's having some time for me, right? I have some time. I just go to the upgrade also. Yeah, it's already downloaded. I can go and double click on this. Okay, it's taking out. It will take automatically some upgrade for me. I'm just double clicking on this. It will install. Okay. Now I need to give as WinSCP is going to be upgrading for me. Accept. Full upgrade or custom upgrade, whatever you want. I just go with full upgrade. Next, install. In your case, it will show just install. You can go and install the WinSCP. Now, once I have the account, I have opened twice. Because of that reason, it's giving 2 times. Only one is fine for us. Just go and upgrade if you're already there. If it is not there, we can go and do check some machine. Now I'm going to be using. You have stored SSH putty clients. Do you want to import those? Import them into WinSCP. This client is not required for me. I'm not going to be using. Store. I'm just not going to be using those. Okay. This WinSCP is done. I can go on to finish. Now this particular WinSCP will be launched for us. Meanwhile, I can go and check some Linux machine. Okay, I'm going to be taking some Linux machine. We can go to EC2. Okay, WinSCP is opening for me. That particular WinSCP is a tool to copy files from Windows machine to Linux machine. First, I'm going to be launching some machine here. Here, my Linux machine, I'm just keeping Linux. T2 micro is fine for me. I can go with T2 micro. Key pair is AWS 9 PM. This is my key pair. I'm going to be launching now. Now, this is our machine. We can go and see instances. And this is our machine. It's a pending state. We need to wait until it comes to running. We just copy this public IP. Go to mobile system. Refresh. Copy this public IP. We can go to mobile system meanwhile. Session, SSH, host, specific username is EC2-user, advanced SS settings, private key, and my key pair name is, here my key pair name is AWS 9 PM. This is my key pair. I'm just clicking on OK. Now it came to running state already, so I'm going to be connecting to this particular machine inside the WinSCP. Now we can see I'm able to connecting sudo-i. As of now, this everyone knows about this. This is my Linux machine, and this is the tool we are going to be using, WinSCP. Here, WinSCP. Okay, left side you can see these are the Windows place where we have our files. Right side is the Linux machine. Which particular Linux machine you are going to be connecting? I want to connect this particular Linux machine. How we are going to be connecting? If you want to connect this particular Linux machine, we doesn't have any approach like we can go on to advanced SSH authorization private key. If you want to provide, we can go and provide the private key also. Okay, we just go and open this private key, and we can provide from downloads what is our key here. Okay, ppk file. If you have ppk file, we can go and provide. I don't want to go with this particular PEM file. I can go with username and password also. We have different approaches are there, right? Already I have shown this how to log into your machine. This particular machine I want to log in with some password. I have some user is there, that is a root user I am going to be taking. This particular root user requires some password, right? Passwd for root user. I am going to be changing the password for this particular root user. How we are going to be changing? Passwd root. Here we can pass the password admin #123. Password here I am going to be giving again admin #123. This password is successfully done. Once we have done that one, we need to provide. We just go inside the etc shd ssh/shd_config. Okay, there is a file. Okay, in this particular place, we need to enable passwordless authentication. Okay, it's not passwordless, it's a password authentication we need to enable. Okay, inside this particular file, we need to enable password authentication. If you want to connect this particular machine with a password, we need to enable this particular password authentication. As of now, this particular machine will not be connect with passwords. Now, if you are going to be giving S, this particular machine will connect with passwords again. Now save, and you can restart this SSHD service SSHD restart. Once we have done this one, this particular machine can connect with password also. If you want, you can go and try here also, there is no issue. Okay, now I am going to be trying from here. What is the host name here? My machine public IP. We just go to machine. This is my public IP, and username is a root, and password is admin #123. Okay, these particular details we need to be provide. Just log in. It will open our home page for us. Click on S, and we can see right side Linux machine will be show for us /root. This is the home directory of my root user. What is the files we have here? That particular files we can copy directly. This particular file, if you want to copy, drag and drop, it will just copy to here. If you want to copy some other files, I'm just copying the other files also. Even directories also we can copy. Okay, I can go and copy these particular resumes. I'm just going to be copying here. Okay, this particular directory directly it's going to be copying for us. Now we can see this particular file is already copied. If you want to see, we can see in between ll, we have this particular one, and resume is going to be copying for us. Okay, it's based on the size, it will take some time to copy. Right side, we need to give some Linux machine details. Either you can connect with ppk file, or else you can connect with username and password. If you want to connect with username and password, we need to change the password for that particular user. And what we need to be done, we need to change password authentication to, we need to enable password authentication under that /etc/ssh/shd_config. Last class I have shown about that, previous classes, how we can connect that particular machine with username and passwords. Now this entire thing is almost going to be completing. Okay, it's almost done. This resume is called, this particular resume folder is created here, and we can see inside this is the folder is copied here. Okay, size almost changed, right? 39 to 4096. This is the file. Like we can go and copy the files from our Windows machine to Linux machine. Even if you want to copy our files, where is our files? We just go to 9 p.m. folder. We can go to classes, 9 p.m. It's not 9 p.m. We just go back, classes, practice, AWS 9 p.m. and we can go and see this particular file I'm going to be copying here. This particular file we can try to run. Okay, ll, and this particular file, this is a shell script. I want to keep chmod 777 file.sh. I'm just running this particular shell script now, sh file.sh. In this particular place, this particular file is not there, so it's created for us. Now we can see this is a file. Previously this was not there. Either this or there, both are same. Just we can copy the file and we can run the file. That's it. Is this clear?
Yeah, Naresh.
It's the same approach. Don't think about whether here or there, both are same or not. We just copy by using some third party tool like WinSCP. Okay, yeah, I'm just stop recording. If you guys have any